Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Pollard at solarpowerthepeople.org, and you can find me at Jeff Pollard11 on Instagram. I'm with Jay Weiss and kasia.and.bees. Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. And if you haven't guessed it, we are having a great time and we're going to talk about bees. Holy moly. So this is my first time ever being in a suit. This is my first time ever being in like a real kind of beekeeper scenario. So Jay, can you please tell us how you got about this? How did you start this? What made you want to do this?
Well, there was a lot of stuff in the news that, about 15, 20 years ago about bees and the colony collapse disorder. And I was curious about it. And I went down to visit a friend, and he had 3 beehives in his backyard in Vista, California.
Wow.
And he's like, here, you want to see it? So yeah, so he gave me a jacket. I put on a jacket, went over, and I was like, this is so cool! and then I immediately went on Amazon and bought myself a beekeeping jacket.
Wow.
And then I started going down there to help him with the bees. And one thing led to another, and as he got older, I ended up taking over more of the responsibility.
Okay.
And then he passed away.
Oh, okay.
And my wife said to me, don't even think about it. No bees in our backyard. And if you pan the camera, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hives here right now. Now, normally I only keep 6 hives here at a time, but with bee removals and other things along those lines, I've ended up acquiring more beehives this year. I've got 2 other locations. They're also in Pasadena.
Okay.
And so a lot of these hives, this one you can see is strapped down, and that one will be going over to another location this week, and then we're picking up 5 more hives this week and putting those at our other location.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So this is something that you can have in a residence home. You can do this. I want to really quickly, before we get into something else, what got you into bees? Gosh.
So my husband bought a hive for me as a Christmas gift in December 2020, and I just, I got crazy about this. I started learning about them. Then I found Jay, and Jay has been my mentor since February this year. And then the funny fact was, my father told me that my great grandfather was a beekeeper, which was something I didn't know about. So something is in my genes, and now I'm very excited about having bees and learning about them.
That is awesome. Now, how intrusive is this? So we could have it in a residence home, but like, how is it? How can the neighbor? Is it a problem for the neighbors? Anything like that? If somebody was to get started on this?
Yeah, well, that's why it's really, really important you take classes and you learn about beekeeping before you try keeping them in your backyard. Okay. Because I live in a residential neighborhood, and my neighbors love me and having my bees. The first year I had the bees here, I got neighbors knocking on the door and bringing over, here's broccoli that I just got from my garden, because they're doing, all my vegetables are doing so much better now because of your bees.
Yeah, I've actually heard about that. That crops actually do a lot better if you have a kind of a beehive, bee sanctuary area. So definitely get educated. How long did this process take you? If you can, if you've got a quick look at this, how long did it take you to get to this part, this world? As many bees as here, all the boxes, all the setup. How long was this journey?
Well, so I hired a landscape architect that specialized in drought-tolerant, bee-friendly plants. And part of the design was a bee patio. So we poured this concrete slab here as the patio for the bees. And where it's located is, further away from the street. So they can get a little bit aggressive here. If I'm working a hive that I'm trying to convert to gentle genetics.
Okay.
And so it took about 5 years to get this like this.
Okay.
So yeah, because when I first was talking earlier about my wife saying no bees in our backyard,
Yeah.
I had got my other business is computer business.
Okay.
So I went and did a computer job, and I saw this person had empty bee boxes.
Yeah.
And the guy that I had started learning beekeeping with had passed away.
Yeah.
So I said, you know, I see you've got these boxes. You know, I'd like to keep bees again. The guy I was doing it with passed away. Okay. And she said, me too. And then we shook hands and started beekeeping together. And we were keeping bees at her place. And then I took a box the next year and put it up on the post here and put a special scent on it to see if I could attract a swarm.
Okay.
And I couldn't believe it because it actually worked. And I look out my living room window and there's a ball of bees on the outside of the box.
Wow.
And I couldn't believe it, and I said to my wife, you know, just like a 4-year-old kid, can I keep them? Can I keep them? And one thing led to another, and here we are.
All right. Now, I want to quickly talk about what are the benefits, in your opinion, of doing this whole process. What are some just positive things that really came about this when you guys did this?
I'm a hobbyist beekeeper. For me, it's the best way to be close to nature. I really love learning about them and learn about their behavior and reading them. And I'm very happy they are pollinating everything around in my neighborhood. And it's just, yeah, honey is not the biggest goal for me, but it's really nice to have honey for my bees too. So, yeah.
Yeah, we did win Best Honey in LA County in 2018.
Okay. So real quick, you will be able to find all of Jay and Kasia's Instagrams online, so you'll be able to chat with them if you ever want. But please tell us about your best honey again.
Yeah, so it was over 50 honeys from 50 urban beekeepers.
Wow.
And I couldn't believe it. I won it. Yeah.
Congratulations. That's really cool. And I'm going to actually get some of that honey, or at least local honey. Was it your honey? Or
well, I've got two different sets of honey. So some honey is from here, actually from this side right here.
Okay.
From about a month ago.
Okay.
And the other honey is from my buddy John Reese, who used to be the president of the Los Angeles County Beekeepers Association.
Okay. And
he was over here and he said, I got some honey if you'd like to take it and sell it for me. And I said, yeah, sure, no problem. Okay. So I've got some of his honey too.
All right, and now to finish it up, can you quickly, just really quickly, if somebody wanted to start this from the beginning, what would you say? Where should they start?
They should start by joining Los Angeles County Beekeepers Association or their local beekeeping association, wherever they are in the country, or the world, and take classes.
Learn.
Yeah, I mean, there's
know a lot about bees to be responsible beekeeper.
It's seasonal. There's different things that you do at different times of the year. Okay. So we're going into really hot season and drought. So the bees are more into stealing, robbing.
So, but basically we need some hive for them. So we have to have a box with frames inside. We need a smoker. We need a hive tool. We need a bee suit. So these are basic. This is a basic equipment for everybody who wants to start beekeeping, and there's a lot of bees around.
Frames.
And we need frames. Okay. Well,
queen excluder.
Sounds like there's going to be a lot of things to get started. Please, like I said, I'll post their social media. Can you quickly just say it out loud, verbally, your social media, your Instagram account?
It's kasia.and.bees.
A-N-D. Kasia, K-A-S-I-A .A-N-D.bees, B-E-E-S.
All right.
And it's a lot of fun because we're always doing stuff, and you'll see, I hadn't looked at what she was doing for months, and then finally I went and I started laughing my butt off, and I spent like an hour just watching all the different things. So yeah, it's an education. It's very educational.
Thank you. All right.
So we can, if you listen closely, you can hear the sound of the bees. Now when they're flying around your head like this, they're agitated. So we actually have, I have one of the hives here is Africanized, and we're in the process of converting it by putting in a new queen.